So Keith one-time Thurman, probably in his toughest fight in recent history, got hit with a body shot in the fifth round and had to withstand. It was amazing that he didn't go down. It kind of reminded me of when Bernard Hopkins hit Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya took a couple of steps and just went to the canvas and he lost the fight. But impressive. I wanted to see the last 4 rounds of the fight, but moving forward, Keith Thurman gets a big victory, and I don't know if he won over the court of public opinion as I predicted, but I believe Collazo knew that the end was nearing, and he was attempting to preserve the rest of his career by getting out of the fight now and saving his scar tissue, and hopefully getting another couple of fights as being a gatekeeper on this PBC series. But I think the only person that can give Floyd Mayweather any trouble is Keith Thurman. You know, I don't know if he did enough tonight, but again, Keith Thurman, TKO, 8th round. I enjoyed the telecast. It's amazing how much you, as a boxing fan, you get accustomed to hearing Teddy Atlas talk. Teddy Atlas is pretty amusing in there, but this was the first one where I actually enjoyed the commentary as well as the fight, and a huge upset. Tony Harrison lost on the undercard, as you guys may have seen, but Keith one-time Thurman wins again. No matter how you say he didn't prove enough, he got hit with a body shot. At the end of the day, that's boxing. It's how you withstand those tough moments, because without a test, you have no testimony. And Keith Thurman is currently writing his testimony, and I actually commend him for not taking a knee, because that body shot was flush. But Keith Thurman, an impressive victory nonetheless, withstand probably the hardest punch he's ever had in his professional career, to the body at least. And I'm looking forward to what could potentially be next for him. Hopefully, he'll be in the sweepstakes for Floyd Money Mayweather. And there was a lot of flaws in Keith Thurman tonight. I was disappointed that he resorted to being a counterpuncher. I thought he would take more steps forward, and cut the ring off and lead with the jab and throw some hooks up and down the body. But that didn't happen. That was probably one of the biggest things I was disappointed in Keith Thurman, that he resorted to being a counterpuncher tonight and not asserting the pressure as Collazo did. But he obviously saw something in the ring that I obviously didn't see. So again, Keith Thurman, big win, still undefeated, 26-0, I believe, and we'll see what's next for him. Hopefully, we'll get a response out of Floyd. He's pretty. See if he'll get a response on Instagram or Twitter or something like that. But I know he was watching tonight, and he's actually in Miami now, so I know he was pretty close to the fight. And so we'll see what happens next. Again, Keith Thurman, TKO, 8th round. Above average performance, not a great performance, but Collazo, the KG veteran, landed one punch that slowed Keith Thurman down, and Keith Thurman actually did a hell of a job standing to his feet. And if you want evidence of that, as I just mentioned before, watch Bernard Hopkins hit Oscar De La Hoya to the body with a similar shot, and you can see how tough Keith Thurman actually was in that 5th round. So again, Keith Thurman, TKO, 8th round. We'll see what's next. Barbershop Conversations. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thanks, guys.